Are we good?
Yo, back again?
Yeah. Let's
Sweet.
go to Crystal Palace.
Final
Wait.
final round.
Okay.
Arsenal versus Crystal. Did you watch this game?
Bro, I didn't watch anything after the Liverpool game, man.
I know how that feels. Yeah. Normally I never used to. I don't do the same after Arsenal lose. Don't even watch highlights. Like you can't even ask me
The only
how.
thing I saw was the Pape Matasar goal like before the meeting. When I
Mm.
tried setting the meeting, like I was like, oh, it's still another team. And then I tuned in and I saw that goal. I went off. I was like, why are other teams scoring while mine is not? I left.
I
But yeah,
no, there is absolutely nothing to say about this game. Arsenal have what how do I say this? Because I want people to understand why exactly we're not feeling the same this season as we were feeling last season, even when we were like winning games, but we were winning with
in
set
terms of
pieces.
what?
This season, bro, the way we're doing it is just more funny, bro. We're doing. I'm watching it and I'm like, I can't lie, man. How do you control? How are we controlling the games and have it like through set pieces, low key? Like we get chances. The other team doesn't get a single. I think that's the difference between last season. The other team would get like a few chances, but we'd just get like would win with a set piece or something. This season, bro, I've said this a few times, bro. I can't even lie, bro. I can't imagine how boring it is to be David Raya. There are games I'm watching. Today's one was a bit different, at least. But there's games I'm watching and I'm like, Jesus, bro, like he didn't do anything. It didn't even come to Fulham. It didn't even come to him. The ball didn't even go come West Ham. Dude, there were moments in the West Ham game I was like, I can't lie, man. I don't know. Like this is crazy. And I felt that this game, Arsenal just followed suit. I felt like since it was Crystal Palace, a more difficult team to play, especially in the circumstances. I feel like we should have beaten them by more, if I'm honest. Like, just in a sense of like, I felt like Arsenal should have done a little better when it comes to beating them. But I still feel like we had a decent game. And yeah, there's not much more to say than that. I felt like, especially after I looked on the other side, on the next fixture we're going to talk about, and saw that Aston Villa were beating Man City, and saw that you guys also lost. It was just a moment I was like, if we win, then we're going to be quite far away from you and Man City. And I know it's really
How
early in the
many,
season, but that's how it
how many
felt.
points?
Now we're 6 points ahead of Man City and we're 7 points ahead of you.
Okay. Are you
And
6 points clear? Who's in between?
fourth is Bournemouth. Sorry, 4 points. Second is
Mm,
Bournemouth. We're 4 points ahead of them. But then,
okay.
so it was a situation with me where I was like, that's how it felt last season to verse you guys. It felt like we were so far for so long that at some point it was like, honestly,
Let's
man,
go.
even in December, it felt like, dude, it's gonna take a miracle. Like we're gonna have to proper go on a last season streak and hope that Liverpool, because you guys seemed like you were gonna win every game, and I assume it feels kind of similar when you watch us. Like I think these guys might actually win, like beat a lot of teams. You know when you have that moment, you're like, I'm gonna have to hope on the big teams to take these guys down, not the smaller. Like that feeling is just so deep, and that's how we felt last season. So I'm really happy that we're in that similar type of position this season that you guys were in last season, and hopefully Arsenal can just keep it going. Because if it only all they need to do is just keep doing it, even if it takes set pieces, just keep keeping some distance, and then let's let the confidence come up to a degree that towards the second half of the season, because that's where you guys were at last season. It doesn't matter if we lose. Other team is also struggling. Our competitors are struggling because we're so far. Like the competitor, like there's points where it was like,
Remember,
if we win this game, thanks to Liverpool's loss, we'll be 6 points
yeah,
behind. Like dog, that's just deep.
the West Ham game.
If we win this
You
game,
guys,
we'll be
yeah,
4 points
had
behind them.
West Ham game. You're like, if because we lost or something, we lost to Fulham, I
I
believe,
think you
and then
drew with Aston Villa and you lost to Fulham. So it was like,
yeah,
ooh, if we win
and
this
then
game, we're gonna be 4 points behind. Like that when that keeps happening, there's a point where it's like, I can't lie, man. I can't keep doing this. So I just hope that just keep it going. And yeah, obviously I don't I hope that we start making it work a little bit more. I can't wait for Mudweke to come back. I think Odegaard is a massive miss. I can't wait for him to come back. And these are players that are predicted to come back after the international. The way
in terms
Odegaard
of the more who has the most injuries right now,
between
like out of your competitors. I mean, to be fair, that
Man
could
City
mean
have
Chelsea.
Rodri out.
Rodri's out.
Yeah, Rodri is still like he's still trying to make his way back. So he goes out for time to time. So technically, Rodri is like how Thiago was for you. Remember, it was like, oh, we don't really know if he's gonna be available in the next game. Apparently, he might be. That type of thing. That's Rodri. He's like how Calafiori was for us last season. Zinchenko was for us. Oh my god, Zinchenko was so frustrating in that. But anyways, yeah, man. So we have a lot of players out. I can say that. I think it
You have
of our
more than Man
competitors.
City.
I don't know Man City's injury list to be honest. Like it's quite
I
tricky
think it's
because
just
Pep
probably
swaps people around anyways. So like you're like who's injured?
fair enough.
Like I
Fair enough.
haven't seen Gvardiol in a while. Is he
Guardiola,
injured?
he played today.
See what I'm saying? Like I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't remember if he's
Yeah.
still like I saw him against Arsenal. But there's just so many players. Like here's Gvardiol in left back. Let me just see this.
Who's
Nico
the
Riley,
new guy?
the centre back guy, right? Kusanov.
Kusanov.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
He's injured.
he's not. Yeah.
I think it might be us, but that's just because I know my injuries. I don't know their injuries,
How
and
many?
that's why
How many? How many do you have?
us. Let's see, Madueke, um, Havertz. Should I mention Jesus? I feel like mentioning Jesus, but I'm
You
gonna
can
just say
mention Jesus.
Havertz, Jesus. So we only have one striker, Steep. Odegaard.
Odegaard is out again.
Yeah, Odegaard got a knee injury like 2 weeks ago.
Damn, okay. And
he's a
then
big he's a big miss right now. Like because of the way he control, he's able to do something that I'm watching the games and I'm like, it's interesting. Eze can't do this. Eze can't control the play. Odegaard really can. It's really a big miss, and it's really frustrating. Even at Odegaard's worst, I was like, you know what? He can still control the play better than like any other player in Arsenal. It makes you really have a bigger appreciation for him, like right now. But I think it's those four. And then what's this guy's name? Saliba went down today as well as Rice. But I don't think Rice is going to be serious. Saliba, we're going to have to wait on that one.
Rice doesn't get injured, man. This nigga will leave the pitch looking injured. They'll be like, oh, it's an injury substitution. You check
Bro,
on the app. It has that plus. And he's the
dude,
first name on the starting sheet the next time.
dude, there was a moment today. He chased Ishmael Assar because traced him down, got the ball from him, kicks the ball forward. Like, this is like, kicks the ball forward. And then Crystal Palace get the ball on the ground. They pass it to the guy. And then I'm seeing Rice pressing him. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? You
Is
know,
this just before he's injured?
this was like after I saw the first signs that this guy was a little hurt. Like this
Uh,
was like they're just moments I'm watching this guy. I'm like, this guy's sick. He's sick in the head. That I love Declan Rice, and that's the little. It's the little things like that that make me go. I can't lie, man. This guy's so good. And there was this thing that made me laugh. Well, I was on Twitter, and then they were showing the Caicedo like compilation. And Caicedo does miss a few passes, like it is what it is. But it killed me so much because it was like shaking my head, man. If Rice will miss one pass in a whole game, and then he'll what's it called? Chelsea fans will use it as like a reason why Caicedo is better. Get this dud off of my feet. Talking about Caicedo, and I was like, it's true. Rice misses like one pass per game. Like he loses the ball like once a game. He's quite an elite player. I'm really happy with him. I think today he was my man of match. He's a really top player, and he's one of the players in Arsenal where I'm like, listen, man, you gotta win the Premier League with us. Not because of how good you are, but because of the decision you made. You were like, I don't want to go to any team. I want to go to Arsenal because I want to win the Premier League. So now you got to do it. Like, just for
you
you
said
to know
it
you made the right.
was
It was Rice.
okay. Okay.
He was like, he had the opportunity between Arsenal and obviously Man City came in late and he was like, listen, man, I want to go to Arsenal. I gave my word to them and I want to like be a legend here and win the Premier League. I was like, hey, man, you're going to have to win it to make sure you made the right decision. Because if you went to Man City, he would have a Premier League by now, possibly even two, because Rodri got injured last season. You never know what would have happened if they have
Probably.
Rice in Rodri's place, because Rice is just a top player. But yeah, man, really happy with. I'm really content with Arsenal right now. It's I struggle to say happy because you just have to wait. You just have to wait. It is very very early in the season, but it's just really nice to be in a position where you look at your team and you're like, we have our weaknesses are going forward, and at the moment we have a solution. So you're just like when your defense is strong, man. There's this thing where you're like, there's this feeling of we're not gonna lose this game. Something else might happen. Like something else might happen. We may draw a game that we're supposed to win, like on paper, but lose because of how strong the defense is. 3 goals conceded in all competitions.
That's good.
3 goals in 13 games. And one of them was a wonder free kick. The other one was from a corner, which I say is Gabriel's mistake. It's just a situation where you look at that and you're like, what an elite team defensively. Wow. If they can like be a little bit better attackingly, then I think the league is properly in our hands. But we're just gonna have to wait for that one.
I mean, yeah, you guys are looking the most serious for it. It's nothing really, you know, to argue there. You know, sometimes when things are close and you're like, yeah, we can have an argument. Right
Yeah.
now, it feels like, you know, it feels very serious.
That's also the word I'd use. We're looking the most serious for it. Because Man City look a bit like they're having a bit of a free hit season as well. They look like they're having a good time at times. So that's the
Yeah,
reason we're and you guys look like you're having a tough time.
we're
So
having trouble.
terrible times most of the time. So
Bro, there's only a few times where we've had a good time. So it's like, when was it? Eintracht Frankfurt, Atletico Madrid. Like other times we've been having terrible times. We've gone back to the season before that where we concede early and then have to work our way back into games.
Yeah.
and that's a terrible time. So far, Arsenal have been looking the most serious, even defensively. Like
I'll
sometimes you guys don't need your striker to be the one scoring the goal, which is something we had last season, which is something Man City
Man
had when
City
they
had, yeah.
won. What?
Yeah, I said yeah, something Man City had.
Yeah, the season before that. Even I guess maybe that when we won the league the other time it was different because you'd have like all your attackers be on this energy thing. But when you can get that kind of feeling from like a whole team, that's good. That's essentially that's what we had to have last season, and that's what you guys have this season. Or
Yeah, things are looking quite promising for now, and that's something I think that's always going to be positive. And I think, yeah, I think that's the best way to say it. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. Um, Aston Villa versus Man City. I didn't watch this game. I was too busy watching the Arsenal game, and it was funny because the Arsenal game was super super tense only because I knew what was kind of at stake. So with this game, it went to
What
half time, and I see Aston Villa
what
winning one
was
0.
wait? What was at stake
Just
today?
yeah, today, just making sure you get some distance away from Liverpool. Remember when I
Okay.
told you I believe Liverpool will come back? So I need Arsenal to make sure they get as far away from Liverpool as possible before they come back. So every time Liverpool drop points, I'm like, we have to get something. We have to win. We have to so we can get as far away as possible from them before they like pick up. And
Well, I
that's
thought
just
by now then it would be like the mentality you'd have for Man City.
Man City are not there yet. I keep saying this, and they could prove me wrong and win the league, but I'm looking at even their players. I'm like Jeremy Doku, Savinho. Like obviously, when it comes to that aspect of things, these guys are probably as good as Arsenal's attackers a little bit. Don't I think Saka would be the outlier, and then you look at them with has like Haaland, and you're like, woo, that's a big outlier. But there's just something about Man City when I watch them. I'm like, they're just not there yet, and it just feels like a striker. Like, did you see that stat that Bernardo Silva scored on Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday, and it was the first time another player other than Haaland scored in 8 games.
Really? That's insane.
Bro,
That
imagine
that
that.
can't be true. That can't be true. I
Bro,
feel like
check.
Haaland assisted recently.
Um, let's check that stat. Man City does
Or
feel like
they might have Omar Marmoush injured.
I, I think I saw Mamouche today.
Was he not injured?
Okay, against Villarreal, that's when Bernardo scored. Against Everton, Haaland scored both goals. Brentford, Haaland scored.
Oh,
Monaco, it
he's
was
not
Haaland
injured.
that scored both goals. Huh?
No, I was just double checking.
Man
You
City
say
versus
Monaco,
Burnley, Haaland scored 3 goals and then there were 2 own goals.
and then Arsenal. I remember he's the only one that
Yeah,
scored.
he was the one that scored. Um, Let me see. Man,
Napoli.
Napoli, Haaland and Doku. But
Was that 8 games ago? Let me see.
I don't think that was 8 games ago. But it's still quite a while, still though, eh? That's one, two,
Do you count?
three,
Do you count?
5, 6. It's like 6 games.
That's crazy.
No, it's like 5 games, excluding if you remove the League Cup game. Maybe it was the Premier League. Let's check Premier League alone.
Now I'm checking what the games he played. He
Okay,
played
check Premier.
Arsenal, Burnley.
Nah, Foden scored in this
Arsenal
one. So
in
yeah,
what?
Foden.
Burnley. Foden scored where?
in the Manu game. So
The
it's not
menu
eight.
game, the menu game is before Napoli.
Yeah, it's before Napoli.
Oh no, no, I'm
But
counting all the games he played. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 5 games. That's still a crazy stat.
it
Five
is still
games
a
is like
crazy.
a whole, I don't know, month or two. Like it's crazy because there was an international break.
Yeah, it's crazy, but that's what like our look our unsustainability with our set pieces is the same, in my opinion, as having a striker like that you're over reliant on.
I don't, you know, I don't think it's the same.
It's not the same exactly, but I still think like you can mark Haaland out of the game.
Yeah, that's what I think the having, you know, that as how should I say, relying on set pieces is better.
Oh, I get you. I'm not. I genuinely don't know which one would be better. Like I think I prefer.
I think, bro, if our whole gameplay, and we've seen it last season against like players, like teams against us,
Oh,
they realized that
uh,
our whole, yeah, our whole attacking situation for it to move smoothly, when we had Nunes, Diaz, that like they were missing at the time, and it was crazy. The
hmm,
whole thing, and Nottingham was the one that discovered it or figured it out rather, is that you get Salah out the game and then you're halfway there.
yeah,
That's I feel like when you're relying on one player, it's more difficult. But then when it's a player like Haaland, it's easier. When it's a player like Mo Salah, it was easier because they would make their own path. But it's still
yeah.
a very dangerous system that you'd have going on.
I get you, and I think today is obviously an example of that. I mean, losing 1-0, it's like one of those where it's like Haaland doesn't score. It just feels like it's possible that no, you guys have very few options after Haaland. Just this is just one game to say it could be a case. Not to say it is a case, but yeah, I digress. Um, on to Bournemouth, man. These guys are once again, I think, the story of the season. Like one of the many stories of the season is Bournemouth quietly climbing up. And honestly, this to me is proven that Andoni Iriola is clearly one of the best managers in the Premier League. Clearly, obviously. How do you lose? It
Bournemouth,
doesn't make sense to me for you to lose both centre
your
backs
centre backs, yeah,
and your left back. And you didn't even have a right back to begin. Like they never had a quality right back. They used to play Cook there, remember? It just doesn't make sense that you do that and then be like having this good a start. I would think it'll take you some time. It's one of those that's like, even if you are tricking me and you go down, like you start losing like crazy, I'm still gonna look back at this and also look at how you did last season and be like, can't lie, bro, you're a pretty
yeah.
impressive manager.
Started last season, man.
Yeah,
So it
started
started
last
last
season.
season. They were really high up, especially around this time. They were high up early on with Nottingham Forest, if you remember. And who else was there? It was Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and I forgot who else. There was another team that was decently high up. I remember Crystal Palace had to climb up
Yeah, Crystal
towards the
Palace went down.
end.
Is it Brighton?
Yeah, it might have been Brighton.
Yeah, because I
It
don't
might
remember
have
who it
been,
was.
yeah, it might have been Brighton because this was early Hurtler or whatnot. I
Yeah,
think he
early
beat
Huxler.
Man United. Did he beat
And
Man United?
I think he beat Man United. I remember he drew with us. He was having a pretty decent start.
He was winning present. Yeah, yeah. I just remember we beat them, but then that was League Cup time, so it probably wasn't early. We beat them when it was around the time when we faced Real Madrid, so it was later on.
Mm,
But early on, they had a thing going on. That's why that match was a part of the scary fixtures coming up. It's
mm.
because they were on a decent, situation. So it's pretty like I guess it's pretty refreshing as well to see these managers doing very well. Before that, I thought Brentford would be on their way up, like, because with the other two seasons before this one, it looked like Thomas Frank was having something going on.
Mm.
Uh, uh, um, but he's gone now anyway, so it's all that. But yeah, it's one of those, man. It's kind of nice. I saw people who enjoy other leagues saying, they post a picture of the table and then they go and they say Premier League is the best, and then they start laughing. And I'm like,
And people were like,
I don't,
yeah, this is exactly why.
yeah, I don't think you know how that works. I don't think you
Because
know
like,
how what you're saying works. But yeah, we'll you know, who do you think are your competitors this season?
it's still the same, Man City and Liverpool.
Okay. Because I've been seeing Chelsea title race shout before when
Yeah,
they
I've been
beat
seeing that forever, and I never believe. That's why I told you at the beginning. I was like, Chelsea have been saying some nonsense, and I feel like sometimes they're not watching their own games. Like I feel like I watch more of your games than you guys do because y'all are ass a little bit. Like
Chelsea.
Chelsea are just a little bit ass. And that's the way I explain them. Like I never say they're completely ass. I'm just like these guys are just a little bit too bad to have a run of games, a run of good results.
But don't you think they'll try something? Because the Chelsea fans believe that.
Listen, man, I don't see a world where Tosin Adrabayo and Chalobah as your main centre back partnership gets you like past. It's the little things, man. Like this new, like their young guy, Josh Achampong, is gonna have to be at a world class level the whole season, at some Van Dijk level, which obviously is possible, but unlikely. Then Robert Sanchez is also gonna have to pick up his, like he has picked up his game. Because you have to keep it like that for the whole season, which is unlikely. What's it called?
Yeah,
Once Cole Palmer is back, anything can happen because he is a quality player. But then now they're gonna have to look towards like a striker and be like, which striker do we have that can score a lot of goals? None. They're in a like they're really in a situation. Look at their wingers, bro. Like Chelsea is an interesting team because you look at them and you're like, for all the money you spent, to this day I still can't tell one like the only player in their team. I'm like, okay, I'll say two, but I actually also still think it's one in particular. But the only player in their team, players in their team that you look at and you're like, yeah, man, this is a sign of a team that have spent a lot of money, is Cole Palmer and their centre back. And now their best defenders is Reece James. Obviously you gotta put Kukurea in there and Josh Achimpong. How can you spend so much money and your academy talent is are your best? Like that's what I mean when I say Chelsea is just to this day when you watch them, you're like, bro, how did all of this even happen?
yeah.
How is their second striker a 19-year-old that they bought 10 million from Barcelona?
From
They
Barcelona,
spent
who's that?
so much money.
Who's the second striker?
Mark you.
God, I forgot about
Even if
that. Where's the
he's injured, but I think he's coming back soon. But even if he comes back soon, he's still like that's your second striker, or like that's your main striker. Do you know how much money you spent? That's the reason why Chelsea's situation is really funny, because for the
you know they
money
they
that they
they
spent,
try they try
huh?
they try and make it an equivalent to like our spending this season.
Yeah, Chelsea fans of all fans have spoken about your spending the most. I think they're just mad because you guys kept speaking about their spending. Not you
But
guys in particular. We all did, but
we did with a passion because it was crazy. What do you mean you hit? You know when they said Chelsea hit, they like I think the beginning of the season they were like,
one.
they got their they got their 47th something or
Oh yeah,
43rd something, and then people started looking back at their teams, and then they're like, our 40 something was Benteke or something like before that, and I was like,
yeah.
"Hey, that's insane. 40 something since Todd Bowley went to the thing. Also, is Todd his full name? Like, are we not gonna question it? What's the full name of Todd? Like, that's just
It's
his full
not
name.
Bowley, it's not.
Like, but Todd, it feels like saying Ted.
Oh, I get you. Like
Is that his
Todringer.
full name? Yeah,
No, no.
come on. Like, these are
That's
things you
funny.
should be questioning. These are the real questions. But the Chelsea spending thing is like we did spend a lot this season, but I would argue, I would not even argue. It's a fact. The quality is different.
Yeah, it is a
The
bit.
quality is very different. They'll be like, oh, but you spend 100 million on verts, and I'll be like, yeah, yeah, we did. We you brought, I don't know.
Lukaku.
No, no, not even on on terms of who did you spend money on that's similar price. No, it's you guys bought so many youngsters in a like a position that you are kind of like on that whole we're gonna figure it out. And then they're trying to do a whole we didn't spend as much, but you spend a lot. Like you spend on a lot. You spend a little on a lot of players, and then
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think you know it's one of those. We spent 100 on 116 on Vert, 125 on Isak. We spent um how much was who's this? Ekitike,
It's like
69
90. It's difficult because it's like 90 million euros.
euros. Yeah, around 69. It's 90 million euros. If we're doing euros, then the verse might be 126, maybe somewhere there. But either way,
Yeah,
the
79 million
quality,
pounds.
the quality is different, and I'll die on that hill if it is a hill to be dying on,
Yeah.
because anyone saying anything else is it's just weird. But then
Mm,
it is what it is. We all have our agendas to be running. We
of
all have
course.
our things to
You gotta respect
do.
them.
Yeah, we give you that, but it's just when you're serious and it's like I'm not even running an agenda. I'm speaking facts. It's like, come on, man, run
Mm,
your agenda in peace. Don't try to do it with like don't make it a thing.
mm. No, I get you. I get you. But yeah.
Yeah,
Next
I
up, I think.
realized this. Did you watch the match?
Which one?
The next ups that you're talking about?
Oh, Everton Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I watched it.
My God, why have we been rambling this entire time? I thought we were done.
Oh yeah, we're basically done because this game, Everton did really well, like very, very well. It was actually quite unfortunate that they lost. They had a few chances there, but Tottenham. This is funny coming from me. Tottenham got them through set pieces, literally two corners, two headers from Van de Ven, and the game was shaky from then. Like Everton had the lion's share of possession, even like chances, everything. But they need a striker. I think it's clear. If they want to make Europe, they need a top striker. Shoot like Shearer.
They, Tottenham needs the striker.
No, Everton.
Okay.
But
There's so many injuries that are going under the radar. I think Dominic Solanke is also injured as
yeah, he's injured.
Yeah, I never really thought about them. I mean, I never have to.
Yeah, of course not. No need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, just looking at the Premier League the Premier League
Table.
lot
Table.
table now. Yeah, it's
Do you think you're gonna win this season?
me.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I think we're gonna win this season. I think this is the most confident I've been in a while, but still gonna have to wait and see. It's quite a tough one.
yeah, that's true.
Like it's
It is.
yeah,
It
it's
is.
by far the most confident because, like I said, like a few podcasts ago, I was like, I was, I was hearing people like saying, "Oh yeah, Arsenal have no excuse," and I was like, "Man, these haters keep hating. They can keep hating." But then it was like 3 games into the season, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't think we have an excuse." 6, 7, like so many quality players, so many options, so many replacements. Mosquera comes
Recruitment.
in for Saliba today, and it like you're watching the game, you wouldn't even be able to tell that Saliba went off.
Oh,
Like
Mosquera did very, very great the
against you
first time
guys,
he came up.
he's a top defender. Like there are too many players that we have in this team that I'm like, listen, man, we have to win the league, and I stand by that. And yeah, man, I think Arsenal do have to win the league. Like this is the Premier League we're talking about. I'm not talking about like we have to win a major. I think Arsenal have to win the Premier League, the specific one. But
And
yeah, man, that's from me. Final thoughts.
final thoughts. Um, a man who has thoughts to think about only thinks about. No, I'm joking. I have nothing. I have nothing, man. These past few weeks have not been great. But I think um, hopefully our whole injury situation is, you know, decent so that we have more options. Like you're doing terribly. I need to know I can replace you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I think I agree with you on your side.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you
Other
want to
than
do
that,
the
do I want to do the what?
closing?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Um. So essentially, you're going to need a cup of flour, um, a cup of water, warm water, some baking powder. That's going to be required. A pinch of salt.
It was
Um.
brilliant to be on this podcast with you today, my brother. And I really appreciate you
Hey
sharing your
man,
wisdom with us.
I'm
Uh,
trying to give people some recipes to create like
no, no,
a
it's fine.
flatbread tortilla or mash or what. We be
The
man.
recipe for a perfect piece of cake, guys.
It's an actual recipe for I don't know. Do you call them tortillas or
Oh yeah,
not?
tortilla. Yeah, totally. Yeah,
You're just saying. That's fine. Well, I'll give you guys the recipe next week. Yeah.
perfect.
Chances are.
I think from there we're good to go. Thank you, everyone, for
Yeah.
listening. Thanks to
Yeah.
both of you.
You know the two people. You
Yeah, I'll
know
say
them.
hi to myself for when I'm watching this back later. I
You're going to be smiling watching it back. This guy's so nice.
Yeah, this guy's a lovely guy. I'm subscribing.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
it's been real. Um, peace.
peace.